What up, people? It's your boy Just Flanjo, and welcome back to another episode of the Greenbox Convos with my favorite people in the world, my co-hosts.
Hi, Marlon.
What up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Coco, or the Mrs. Coco. Start changing.
What you saying, bro? What's that? Eyes are married now. Do it.
Man. All right. How y'all feeling?
Oh man, feeling great. How about y'all? It's been a nice week for me. Nothing too out of the ordinary. What about y'all?
Busy.
Yeah, it's been
Busy.
productive. Very.
Shit. You know what this is? It's the show where we bring you a little bit of. Oh shit! I have got the hiccups. Y'all forgive me, but it's a show where we bring you this week's, recap and what have you. A little bit of this or that or this. We're gonna skip the top 5 again this week, but don't y'all worry, it'll be back. And then we wrap. And with that, Mr. Marlon, hit him with the headlines. Jay.
First up, Beyonce's back. Beyonce World Tour. First tour for their latest album. Been a few years, you know what I mean? Started it off with a big show in Dubai, $22 million. She got a little flag for that, though. So they felt like she shouldn't be performing where they're hard on, the LGBT community, even though they make them a big part of her fan base. So,
first of all, I'm not mad at her for that.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
What are you guys' thoughts? Because there's stuff coming about tickets being like overpriced, like thousands of dollars.
I'm mad about the prices because listen, I seen a thread and it was breaking up a whole relationship. The girl and her fiance had agreed to save money for a house, and the girl was like, I want to go see Beyonce. And he was like, we agreed to save money, so I'm not buying you this ticket. And she was like, what do you mean? Like, he's like, that ticket is $600, like in the nosebleeds. And she was like, so what? I still want to go see her. Like, give me some money to go do it. And he was like, no. So they had put in money into like a joint account or something. Mm-hmm. And she was trying to tell the dude to give her portion of the money out so she could go see Beyonce. And he was like, are you serious? Like, we're trying to save for like our wedding and a house. And she was like, I'm begging you, so you're not going to do it? And he was like, no. They ended up actually breaking up because she was like, I want my money. Pull my money for the house out. I put over $1,000 and then give it to me. I'm seeing Beyonce. He was like, you only put $700 in, and when you come get this money, you can give me my ring back. So, I don't know if it was legit, but Beyonce is amazing. But if you got a big screen
like
TV,
a monster from that thread.
Put Beyonce on your TV and feel like you're in a whole concert. Her little homecoming thing, if you put it big enough, turn the volume up, I felt like I was there with her.
There you go.
I'm not paying that much to go see Beyonce. No. Love her, but I'm not paying no $600 in a nosebleed to go see her. She got music videos I can watch for that.
That part. Yeah. It's like when you're in a relationship and you faithful, but you're still trying to be about these hoes. Throw on a twerking video on the big screen and just throw dollars at the TV. You ain't wasting money. You ain't touching nobody.
You go to a strip club. Like, a strip club is not bad.
No, you can't do that.
Give yourself a limit.
You can't do that.
Give yourself a limit of what you're gonna spend at the strip club. Go on. Go see something strange for a little piece of change.
Relationships, the female ain't about that. You know what I mean? It just depends.
I'm built different.
Yeah.
Is we going together or is you going by yourself? Because I can go by myself too. You go by yourself. We meet back up later. I'm just saying.
That's ridiculous.
I may want to see something strange too that day. You never know.
I stand firmly on the belief that Beyonce could get a vast majority of her followers, because that's what they are, to do crack. If she said that, hey y'all, crack is cool, let's do it, we'd have a whole nother crack epidemic in the a la 1984.
Ain't gonna be me.
That's good for you.
Let's not be
her influence is too vast. Is what I'm saying. Like y'all need to chill out. She's just a woman that sang some mediocre songs, and I said it. I said it on Joe Biden's internet. I said
they're not. They're not mediocre.
They're not.
You're not gonna play her like
it's
that.
Not for me.
You're
Maybe
not
her
gonna play her like that.
I said it. I said what I said.
You're not gonna play her like that.
Hey, you know, I can be partially like
hater,
hypocritical. No, hater. Hypocritical because Lil Wayne's tickets are going for similar prices, and you goddamn right I'm paying that. I ain't got no curing. I can pay this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's not a little hypocritical. That's 100% hypocritical. Like what?
No,
and what is Lil Wayne gonna do besides sit there and be on syrup?
He don't even sip syrup no more.
You a lying. What he said? Whatever's in his cup. You don't know what's in his cup.
Because it's in his cup.
You don't know what's in his cup.
That's his cup. I can't tell that man not to sip what's in his cup. That's his cup.
Listen, no, I'm not paying 6, 7, 8, 9 for Beyonce, Lil Wayne, Joe Biden, Obama, or nobody to go see them. I'm not doing it. That's ridiculous. When I have a television I can watch you on.
I mean, it's tuned.
What a Lil Wayne concert? Like, what exactly is he going to do? It's not like he doesn't perform. He walks around the stage with a mic and a cup in his hand, grabbing his crotch. Like, what kind of performance is that? At least Beyonce
turn up.
At least Beyonce gonna dance. I'm gonna feel it.
I don't like want to see nobody dancing no more. Tired.
I don't want to see nobody just walking across the stage for that much money.
We out there, but we turning up. We out there, you know what I mean? Rapping. We making mixtapes out here in these Lil Wayne concerts. Okay? We got the Carter. We got Sorry for the Wait. We got No Feelings. We got the New Orleans Nightmare. We got
how many people? How many people? I'm gonna shut down right now. How many people is in Mount Westmore?
4.
How did we pay $600 for that? And we saw 4 mega superstars perform.
I mean, you got me there.
4 of them, and we didn't even pay $200. So why am I about to pay
but that shit was lit.
3 times that to go see one person? I'm not doing it.
Because it's 2.
I'm not doing that. Negative.
It's 2.
We saw 4
and dropping a new album,
and it was amazing.
Beyonce ain't even dropping a new album.
You ever look at those old Michael Jackson videos when he's performing live, and those people are swooning and fainting and all that? You're like, I wonder what it was like to be in that crowd.
Yeah,
I want to be in that crowd.
Not for Beyonce.
Not for Beyonce.
Not for nobody. Who was you passing out for?
In 20 years, they looking back at Beyonce performing. I wish I could have caught her in her prime when she was really getting it. And you don't want to say, I saw her when she was in her prime. Because let's be real, like when Beyonce's 68, I'm gonna go see her when she's like $80. You know what I mean? Like,
same song.
It ain't gonna be her in her
still
prime,
be dancing,
but it's gonna be her. You know what I mean?
She'll be doing a 2-step.
I hear it. I hear it.
Listen, if Patty can get out there and still bust a move a little bit, let's see Beyonce.
She gonna be 68 and still drunk in love.
She might be
trying to ride that surfboard.
She might be
surfboard.
Could be. She could be.
She's still gonna be.
What's Lil Wayne gonna be doing? Skateboarding across the stage.
And he might be. Tony Hawk's still doing it. Then they gotta walk with a cane now. But you know.
Negative.
She's still gonna be mad at Becky with the good hair.
I would love to go see Beyonce in concert, but I'm not about to pay that much money for it ever.
There's
What's the highest you would pay to go see Beyonce live? Let's say they're decent tickets. They're kind of in the middle.
400. 400. 400. Yes, that's about it. You ain't getting more than that. You're not getting more than that. That's for anybody. I would love to see Bruno Mars in concert because I feel like he's gonna put on a great show.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple people I would probably pay a couple hundred to see.
Yeah.
Beyonce, but not 600. Not doing that.
No.
Bruno Mars, Chris Brown, I would pay for, and that might be it. Actually, that might be it.
So if we
Meg
talking
the
that kind of
Stallion.
money,
Meg the Stallion, I would, because
horse, Ratchet Queen.
that's my ratchet side.
Oh,
I
okay.
would, but that I'm not paying.
Yo, if we talking that kind of money, and who I'm like trying to be in the audience and swooning over, it's literally only Dave Chappelle. That shit still counts. I'd pay a lot of money. That concert that we just went to in December,
Mhm.
I paid less than $200. Great, phenomenal seats. I was not too far away. If I started to yell, but they said don't do it, they're gonna kick you out. And I was on some I'm scared shit because I want to see the show. Anyways, if I would have yelled, he would have heard me. You know what I'm saying? He would have looked in my direction, all that. Those type of seats, right? Paid less than $200. I felt I cheated them. I was like, man, I should have paid more for this. Literally the best show I ever seen in my life. Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, as well as their guests, and Black Star throwing an impromptu concert. You can't beat that. It was almost 3 hours long. I paid like $180, and that was after fees and everything. For 3 hours.
Yeah.
Damn near.
So I mean,
That much.
No, I understand, but we can't all the way like knock people that might want to pay that much because.
What you paying, Max?
For Beyonce or just in general for my favorite artist?
Your favorite artist?
I think I'll probably go like 5. And then after that, it's like, all right, who is it? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
how much do I really like you?
Yeah, where's it gonna be? Who is it? Like, shit. Like Michael Jackson, I probably would have paid like a G.
Yeah. If it's Mike, Prince, Rick James, I would have paid a grip. I heard he does a hell of a show. James Brown. James Brown doing his shows when he was in his heyday. Obviously, them ticket prices were nowhere near that, but if they were like comparable, I'd pay. Because James Brown used to put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, they used to be like $30 at most.
Exactly. And you in the front.
Yeah. $30 backstage for and shit.
Right? You doing a line with James.
I'm not doing that. Not doing that. But
well, hey.
For me to want to pay
that's just what they was doing
to
back
see
in the
somebody, it would have to be like Michael Jackson and Prince and Beyonce and like Bruno Mars. I pay a G for that. For all of them,
everybody else, yeah.
You saying all of them in one concert?
One concert, yeah.
God damn.
I pay $1,000 for it. Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Longest concert ever.
$1,000 just to take a picture with Chris Brown.
Exactly. They on drugs. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. $1,000. I took a picture with Miguel, singer Miguel. You know what I paid? All I had to do was purchase his CD. That's all I had to do. He was at a record store.
Some hair gel on your shirt.
Did not. He was at a record store in LA. All you had to do was buy his CD and I got you access. He signed the CD and took a picture with you. Still have it. His CD was probably like $10.
But he's smart. Was it his like first one or?
This is his second CD. It's Kaleidoscope.
Oh wow!
I think the second one. It was Kaleidoscope. He was already big.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
people
crazy.
Knew who he was. Yes.
Hey man.
And I was like, I'll do it again.
Different era in life, different time in the world.
And he performed like half the album too. Then you got to meet him, take a picture with him, and have it signed.
Wow. Okay. Well, shit, you got your money's worth, didn't it?
Sure did. In that case, I felt like I cheated him. In that case.
See?
I would do it again. Okay. I'll do that.
I mean, Beyonce, she ain't leaving no coins on the floor. So I mean,
because somebody gonna pay that.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna pull into their savings. Somebody gonna hit a negative overcharge fee. Someone is gonna go out there
putting a second mortgage on the house.
Cash. Yes, somebody's gonna do it. Not me, but somebody.
That's ridiculous. Somebody gonna start their own Airbnb in their own house. Like we just be roommates for a week.
Just to go. I love Beyonce,
That's ridiculous.
but no, thank you. Adults and I got more important things to do. Sorry.
I ain't seen Lil Wayne in concert since America's Most Wanted tour, so I gotta see it. That's just me.
Well, I mean, good luck to Beyonce, the biggest pimp in the industry. I mean, the greatest singer in the industry. Let her do her thing, get all the coins. You know, my black queen. You know,
Money, girl.
She's
Moving
not a
on.
run down and get some. She's a walk down and get them all. That's what I heard.
Moving on.
New commitment.
Moving on. Tom Brady of the Tampa Bay Bucks decided to finally retire. The GOAT, as some may refer to him. I don't really. Well, you know, I mean, that's different shit. He retired last summer, but, you know, changed his mind 40 days later, which upset his wife. He went through a big divorce because of it. And what are your thoughts on him quitting now, calling it quits after pretty much messing up his family life and all that? Like, how do you explain that?
Stupidity.
Go for it.
Like, you just ruined your whole family for this, for one more season. Like, make it make sense to me. That don't make no type of sense. Like, you was gonna quit, you was retired to come back. For why? Do we know why he came back? Like,
He
let
achieved
go.
everything that you could achieve in football.
Exactly. Let it go. Like, I don't understand some of these athletes that don't have a cap. Like, find your cap and stick to that. Like, you up there in age, you've already achieved this. You already been known as one of the greatest there. Like, let it go. Then you didn't ruined your whole family for this to come back. If I were Giselle, I'd be pissed, especially if I really loved my husband, and then you broke up our family to do this for 1 year. Like, you had to at least put another 5-10 years in for me to be like, all right, you know, he really wanted to do that, and me to kind of be more accepting of that choice.
She gave him 19 though.
But
of football. Like, she let him be a football player for 19 years.
that's a long time.
Before it was like, all right, dude, come on.
Like, stop it. Yes. So
Let me tell y'all something.
I don't think he'll stay retired either.
The man's playing chess, not checkers. It's all working out. The man's living not 2023. He's living in 3023. Let me tell you, this man, piece number one, I'm going back to the NFL. My wife divorced me. Oh, too bad. I lost my family. Now he's retired and he gets to play golf uninterrupted every day for the rest of his life. He ain't got to worry about what she trying to do. He ain't got to worry about them kids. He ain't got to do shit.
Pause. Why not? Why he over his kids? Them still his kids.
Yes, he can see him when he feels like it now. I'm not advocating that. I'm just saying. He's on his schedule now. He's not on Giselle's schedule.
He's going to be miserable.
He has no ties to her no more.
He's going to be miserable.
He don't have to do nothing. He's still rich. He can just play golf and live on the beach if that's all he wants to do.
He's going to be miserable.
How would that be miserable?
What do you mean? What does he live for? He always talks about family being super important. You don't have that. Now you're retiring. Yes, what are you going to have?
That's how you getting fooled. That's why you be getting checkmated.
Negative.
You gotta say those things if you want to live that life.
Most athletes, statistically, when they stop playing, they have to find another purpose for life. That's all they know.
Broadcasting booth.
Nah.
He got paid. What was it? $325 million by Fox? Was it Fox to talk about football now?
Mm-hmm. He'll be miserable still. His family.
He's divorced. He doesn't have to share any of that money with Giselle. Think about it. She took a year. She got her own money. She took whatever she took. That don't mean she ain't got
alimony. Child support.
Okay, he don't have to pay down to that $325 million to Giselle.
He gonna pay something,
right? I mean, shit, he probably paid off the alimony. Alimony is a set amount. It is not a finite amount. It is done. Here it is. Here's your alimony.
Not necessarily. Alimony could be for a set number of years.
It could be. But those set number of years equal a set number of payment.
Either way, could go.
I'm just saying, he probably was like,
cut the check,
deuces, I'm going to get this $325 million. You can't touch none of it. And I'm going on about my life. Golf, broadcasting, him and Robert Kraft down to Tampa, getting it going.
Miserable. He's going to be miserable.
You know what I mean? Him and Robert Kraft down in Tampa, getting it going at the massage parlor. You know what I'm saying?
Get a little rug. Get a little. Hey.
He'll be miserable.
I caught it. She didn't catch it. I caught it.
She didn't catch it. She still
I understand. I think he's going to be miserable either way.
That's the life. He ain't got shit to do for the rest of his life. just raise his son up to be in the NFL, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
5 years.
I gotta agree. Like it's kind of the end of his life in a way. Like, cause from here on out, like he's gonna, be like you said, like more into what his kids are doing and what everybody else is doing, trying to catch up since he's been gone so long, I could see him like he might broadcast, but like, yeah, I could see it being difficult for him because it seems like the whole fact that he quit this like after like what 24 years almost, like it just goes to show he was hanging on too long, and it's hard for him to turn off that competitive drive. And like, yeah, just comparing him to other people that like retired suddenly or whatever. Yeah, it seems like he's gonna be like harder just accepting the fact that it's over because that's been his life thus far, really.
Well, let's talk about that for a second. People who have the ultimate competitive drive and have a hard time letting it go. We can name those people. Kobe had a hard time letting it go. MJ, hard time letting it go. Derek Jeter, hard time letting it go. These are people who are considered GOATs at their sport. Tom Brady, GOAT. I have to say it. I don't too much care for him because he was a Patriot and they always beat the shit out of us. He's 7-2 against the Chargers, whatever. But he handled his business. He doesn't have a losing record against. He doesn't have a losing record. I'm talking about him. And what he's done. He doesn't have a losing record against any team in the NFL, which is preposterous. You know what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous. Some people just get beat by certain teams, not him. There's certain teams, I think the Vikings, the Bucks, and one other team that have never beaten Tom Brady. That's ridiculous, right? Like, so give that man his credit. It is hard when you have that kind of competitive spirit and ultimate killer instinct in the sport. It's hard to turn that shit off. You always feel like you can go and then you go and you get proven that you can't, and that's what happens. That's why I think he came back really for his last year. He still felt he can kill them boys up there. And for a little bit, he still made the playoffs.
I'm a losing record. But, I mean,
Yeah, it was a terrible division, but
But happy trails to him, have a good retirement pretty much. Moving on, Dr. Dre's first album, The Chronic, back on streaming services. And to think about it, it's 30th anniversary. This year will make its 30th anniversary of its release date. Anything you want to share about your experience with this album, like this music, how it shaped your life in some way, if it did or not?
1, 2, 3 to it up, folks. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door. Ready to make an entrance, so back on up. Everybody knows if that was not at some point in part of your coming up, as far as 90s children, because I know these 2000 kids, I don't know about that. But you know what I mean? Around our age, like, bruh, when you heard that, it's like hearing the My Girl by the Temptations. You know exactly what's coming on. You know what I mean? Like, it's so influential. As soon as you hear the drop, it's you just already ready to get to it. Like, stop with the instrumental, let's get to the rap. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But one of the best albums created ever. Like, it was that well put together to me. You know what I mean? Slew of features. The skits were hilarious. I really enjoyed The Chronic.
I'm not too familiar.
Really?
No, I know the main song you named, but for me, like, hardcore rap wasn't a thing for me though.
Oh, okay.
Like, it just wasn't. That's why. But I did know the song. I didn't know much of the story, honestly, until the movie came out. I didn't really know a lot of it as far as the development of it. Like, I knew as far as like him and Michelle's relationship.
Yeah.
Like,
the original Blueface and Krishan, or
hello. Listen,
Well, you got to
but
go
that
back
was like
because
the
that's Ike and Tina.
most. It sure was. That was kind of like the most stuff that I knew. So I knew like the mainstream songs that were big. So like the song you're talking about, I know that song, but I don't know too many other of them. But I think if it's recirculating, that says something about his like who he is as an artist and the power and empowerment that has with that album. So I think that's really amazing. So big ups to him to have it recirculating, because not many people have like their albums from like way back when that are still in the business have their albums like resurface like that and become as major. So that's really amazing though.
Like Anita's Baker's music just came back recently, and she's about to drop an album and go on tour. It took her 32 years to get her music back to her. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, to get her masters for her album.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And she couldn't produce nothing else. So we even missed out on a lifetime, literally, of Anita Baker. And I can't wait.
Well, I think that was part of it. It was like a strike in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but she warned her fans, like, hey, don't buy any of the new, old stuff. Like, they're doing me dirty, y'all. And so I can just not buy anything until I tell you, then, you know, then I'll let y'all know as soon as everything's good to go. And it worked eventually, because I think Irvin Chance the Rapper retweeted it, and that was a big thing because he was hot that summer, and his fans got on it, and you know, it became a thing, and she got her masters back. So yeah,
shout out to Anita Baker.
Yeah,
more of that music from her baby.
Yeah, I think, man,
Irv over there just being petty.
Yeah, when Chronic dropped, like it was just so big. Like it was like I paid attention to music, but like it was really like it played all the time. It was just always there. And so like when music started, you know, going down south, and you know, it just seemed normal, like, oh yeah, like, well, music's always been about us, because, you know, from my perspective, it's always been big West Coast sound, but nah, like that's when we got it and we did some amazing shit with it. You know, that wasn't, you know, before it was like New York and all that. So I feel like we got kind of spoiled, you know, being there when the shit was at like its like peak, you know.
That's a very good point, because as time went on and it started to change locations, the mainstream of hip hop and rap, we really did get spoiled by West Coast. Like all of it, damn near, that came out that was mainstream. I would hate to say it that way, but was mainstream. Was fucking fire. Like there was very few misses coming out of the West.
And there was in many ways, the West and the South, we kind of got each other. So like, even when it started treading more towards the Southern sound, we was cool with it because we was like always kind of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
like when Lil Jon was bringing up Ice Cube and E40, when he started bringing him in there, that was some good stuff. I was very impressed with that.
Too Short, he was one of the first people to move to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And actually, you know what I mean, live there and set up, you know? And then now everybody's got a house in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Anybody that's anybody. So
right. Snoop, when he went to No Limit, we can't forget about that. That was probably like the biggest move at the time. When he left Death Row and went to No Limit, that was the South coming and helping out the West. In a way. You know, so that was definitely a good look into the South, but you know.
And P learned a lot of his game up in Northern California. So you know what I mean? Like, it just goes hand in hand. It's really like, oh, them is my cousins type thing when it comes to West and South stuff. So it like, even though it changed, like it's still just, for me, it always seemed like, damn, like music's always been focused around the areas that I'm living in or I can relate to, you know?
Right. And I'm one of those people who just got to witness a lot of artists like jump off, not be late to the scene, you know what I mean? So like when the Midwest even came through with Twista and Nelly and Ye and all that, you know what I mean? Like I feel very, very like spoiled by music that was given us that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the Chronic, and it all kind of goes back because everybody has a 1, 2, 3, and to the 4 kind of bar or loop or sample, you know what I mean? So thank you, Dr. Dre, for what you did with that album. Like I said, it's one of the best I ever heard in my life. History,
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of the best ever created.
Definitely. All right, moving on. Tiffany Haddish sounds like she's ready to make her comeback. Said that she's ready to start filming Girls Trip 2 with the rest of the ladies. Do you guys think it's about a decent time for her to make that comeback? Do you think the fans are going to be able to forgive her for the whole Aries Spears thing? What are you guys' thoughts on it? What would you do if you were in her place?
That's what you get for hanging out with Aries Spears. Uh, uh, I honestly don't even remember what the whole thing was about until you brought it up earlier. Mm-hmm. I had to look. I was like, oh yeah, they did that little stupid skit or whatever it was about. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. Right. And then nobody's even really gonna pay attention to her in that regard. You know what I mean? They're just gonna be like, oh, it's the girl from Girls Trip. They're not gonna go, oh, it's the girl from who did that thing with the kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Agree. I think I enjoy her in movies. I've watched like some stand-up stuff from her, but I honestly like the roles that she gets in movies more. Like, in a way, in some parts, like some of her roles, like she kind of plays like the typical Black woman, right? But in some other roles, she doesn't. So, like, if you think about it in a different type of way, if you take away it being Tiffany Haddish, her role in Night School, I think, was probably one of the best roles because she wasn't just helping people that had like dropped out or whatever, but if you notice in there, she worked with special ed students. She worked with the students who, in some way, like it wasn't clicking to them. So that role, for me, was probably one of her most non-Black woman roles. And I think she did great in it. Yeah. Now, her in Girls Trip, I feel like she helped make Girls Trip. Mm-hmm. Like each person in there, each woman actress, phenomenal in their own way. But I think she kind of helped make Girls Trip. Like you kind of had to have those funny moments. You kind of had to have those little witty comebacks and stuff with that. Mm-hmm. Because think about it. It's 4 women that all have kind of grew up, like had a great friendship and kind of have all went their own ways doing different things and are trying to bring it back together. You got one who's like the main friend who's going through like the most dramatic, like the most drama basically. And then you got the fun friend that like helps hold it together and helps bring it together into like a lighter space or something like comical or something more youthful within the friendship. So I definitely think that her role in Girls Trip was amazing. If you take out her role in Girls Trip, you got Queen Latifah, who was going broke.
Yeah.
As a journalist. You got Jada Pickett's character, who was a mom who needed to get the cobwebs knocked out of her, but had nothing else really going on.
Yeah, true.
And then you had Regina King's character, who successful, rich, money maker, like she had everything, great husband, all this, only to find out like 1, she struggled with fertility, and then 2, her husband was a big cheater, and 2, she struggled with fertility, so she couldn't give him what she wanted. She couldn't make everything that she was putting out there happen.
Yeah.
If you think about just the 3 of them, none of that sounds funny.
Yeah.
None of that sounds funny in that movie. And then you put Tiffany Haddish's role into there, and you got comedy. You got the friend that you can kind of depend on to always brighten your spirits. The friend that you can depend on to have your back and crack a bottle and go crack your man over the head if he's doing something shady. That seemed like more of a realistic type of friendship vibe than had you taken her out of that role. So I think her being in the second one is pivotal. It's success. Like I just think she has to be in it.
Yeah.
Trip was the female version of The Hangover.
Yeah, exactly. You take out the major role, it's not much of the same movie. So I feel like people are gonna love the second one, hopefully so much that they don't think of like anything else. They don't think of the backlash. Like you can overcome that. I think every person in their own right have probably had like a downfall of a movie, but didn't take away from who they were as an actor. Like Regina King, have y'all seen the movie with her and the husband that's like the church husband?
Oh no, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
Dumbest shit ever. Dumbest shit ever.
Glad to watch it.
it doesn't take away from her. Like, I think he's like a pastor who somehow has some type of mixture with like molesting little boys. Like, it's crazy.
Oh.
Yes, that movie's crazy. But I think it's like Honk for Jesus or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that I did hear something about that. I didn't know what it was though.
Crazy. And so you look at that and you're like, Regina King, why? Like, for what? Like, why would you do this role? So if she didn't get backlash from doing something like that and she's still popping, I feel like people kind of overlook a lot of the stuff with Tiffany Haddish as long as this movie is successful. Now, if it sucks, they're going to drag her.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's such a defining role that you can't recast her or, you know, get rid of her like she made the first movie. Like, so just like with Will Smith, like it's probably been a year since he slapped Chris Rock, but you're gonna wait and look past it because you want to make Bad Boys 4. Like, you're not about to replace them with Bad Boys.
You can't.
Yeah, I mean, even though I know some people feel the type of way, I just think it's mostly internet nerds being like, you know, just try to make a big deal. But like, she's gonna come back. She's gonna make more movies. Everything's gonna, you know, smooth out because really she didn't do anything bad. Like, yeah, she probably did a few things. She could have done a few things better, but like, it really wasn't her thing. Like, it was really Ari Spears' thing, and he was in charge, and it was his skit and all that. So, you know, I mean, I think she's caught a lot of flack, probably more than she should have, but you know, yeah, she's allowed to have a second chance like everybody else.
True. Still weird though.
Yeah.
It's still weird though.
You cannot condone something. You cannot condone something but still want to see it. Like, I don't condone how Will Smith handled Chris Rock's situation, but I'm gonna watch Bad Boys 4 because I love the other ones. So you can like not condone what they do personally or on something different, but then still be willing to watch or enjoy something else of them. So I think,
and yet
good luck.
R. Kelly is in jail right now.
Stay there.
Just saying.
Stay there.
TP2.com was great.
I can't even listen
was
to his
great.
We're not next. Moving on. He's not getting no energy. Moving on.
Just saying. Okay.
Speaking of weird. Speaking of weird, Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy's Netflix movie.
The Speaking of weird, okay.
Netflix. It's about a Jewish man falling in love with a young Black Muslim woman and how their families kind of, you know, collide in comedic fashion, you know. Did you guys watch the movie? What were your thoughts on the movie? Favorite parts you didn't like, blah blah blah, you know.
Spoiler alert. If y'all are watching this and haven't seen the movie, move through. What? Don't do it.
Don't ruin the movie.
Yeah, try your best not to ruin the movie.
Okay. I'm just saying spoiler alert, just in case. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, I did enjoy the movie. It was great to see Eddie back in a role where you can tell he was a lot more in charge of things. What do I mean by that? When him and Mike Epps were doing their scenes, you can tell Eddie was the one calling the shots on, hey, just let us do our thing. We got this. You know what I mean? We'll make this part stick to the story, but we're going to make it funny in our way. So, you know what I mean? And you can tell Eddie was, he's still sharp. You know what I mean? Still quick-witted. Man, I think I'm a little bit biased because of how big of it, how much of an Eddie Murphy fan that I really am. But I really couldn't see anything wrong with this movie. You can tell the social commentary behind it, what it was about and whatnot. But, you know, overall, a nice movie to watch. Is that spoiling? No? Okay.
No, that was good.
No, that's
all
good.
right.
That was very good. I saw it. My experience was different than yours. Like
tell the truth. Tell it.
I think it had potential to be a modern classic, but Kenya Barris, he kills it for me. Like I felt the comedy sometimes was lazy. It was just lazy. Eddie Murphy was just angry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't funny. It was just angry. Like all right. How do you make Eddie Murphy unfunny? Like, you just make him angry? Like, all right.
You didn't like it. So, wait, he wasn't unfunny. Well, you know what? Let me rephrase. I don't think he was or that he was hilariously funny. The parts that I noticed where I could feel genuine Eddie, like not acting Eddie, but this is me going off script doing what Eddie does. Those parts were hilarious to me. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's few and far between though. Like, it's like
what? Like when he was at the basketball court.
Like it made me feel like I remember the first time I watched Spike Lee's Chirac. And Spike Lee, he's one of my favorite directors. You know, you got all these classics highlighting the Black experience. So when I'm watching Chirac, this disaster of a movie,
I didn't watch it.
That was the first time I thought to myself, Spike Lee has lost touch with Black people. Because it was like, I didn't know what the hell I was seeing on the screen. Like, this ain't Black people. Like, and I'm not saying Black people can't be bad. Black people can't be good. Like, you know, like, I'm just saying, like, what I was saying, like, this is not even realistic. So when I'm watching this movie on Netflix with Eddie Murphy doing this angry man thing, I'm like, this isn't real. Like, what is this? This is what I expect Jonah Hill to write if he was trying to write an Eddie Murphy part. But no, this was Kenya Barris, the Black man that wrote this part. So it's just like, what am I supposed to think? Like, bro, like, what are you doing?
That's hilarious. That particular take on it is hilarious. And it's because you're right. It was very absurd for the Black side of it, right? You could tell, like, there's no realistic Black person who would act like Eddie Murphy was acting.
No.
Right? It doesn't even seem fathomable. You would hope there's not a sensible Black person who's acting like Eddie Murphy was acting in there. And that's where I found the comedy.
But that's where it was unrealistic, because I'm not going to give away the ending, but if you see how angry he is, if he's that passionate about this, it makes the ending unbelievable, because nobody's as this mean and hateful about to, you know, do the ending thing. Like, let's be real.
I'm with you in the sense that, like, I get it. That's why I found the comedy. I was like, this is why it's funny, because there's no way anybody's acting like this. That's normal and has common sense.
Lando. Let's say Lando he's dating a Caucasian female, okay? A Caucasian woman. And his racist Uncle Randy, that's 80 years old, kept calling her all kinds of slurs and stuff, right? To the point where after a few months of dating Lando, she's had enough. She's like, I'm leaving. And then let's just say racist Uncle Randy feels bad and says, hey, Cracker, come here. Come back to my nephew. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not happening. It's not happening.
It's not. And that's why I found it funny, the absurdity of it all.
He's not going to grow a heart and just, you know, disregard 80 years of racism. Say, you know what? My nephew and that don't belong to each other. Like, you know, like, that's not happening. Like,
you're not right for her, but you know what I'm saying. That's hilarious. But hey, I felt it's built for the social climate. Hopefully people can see the absurdity of anyone acting as extremely inappropriate, I will say, is either of the, you know, parents, Julia Louis-Dreyfus or Eddie.
You know what it is? I think it was like it's a really good cast. They weren't utilized properly.
Not to the full potential, no.
Neil Long was in the movie, but Neil Long could have easily been just some random actress, not even A-list, like some random Nobody actress.
Light skin and Viv type stuff.
Because she didn't. What did she contribute to the movie?
Pretty face.
I don't even remember half her lines. I
If
barely
she
remember
said-
what scene she had.
I think she only had one full page of lines, if that.
Full.
How
But
they
come
go
on.
to how they gonna do her like that?
like it's like, come
You know what
on.
I'm
I haven't even seen it and I'm offended already.
Don't say Nia Long
I
in the
mean-
movie. Nia Long say 3 lines. Like,
You know what I mean? Like I'm 100 with you with that. I agree. She had so much potential in that movie too.
I don't see it now.
and then you got
I don't see
dude
it.
from the X-Files, Dave Duchovny. He was one of the funniest people in the movie.
This is true. This
And
is
they
very
didn't
true.
utilize him. They should have gave him more lines, more screen time.
Very
Um,
much so.
There was an
I was
exhibit joke in there. They
howling
should have
at
did
him.
something with that.
Yep.
So it's
Maybe
like,
bring Exhibit out. Something. I don't know.
yeah. So it was just like it seemed like they wasted like all this potential, and like it's like a C+ movie. Like, yeah, it looks good in certain parts, the way it's shot.
I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B.
When you gonna watch it next time?
You know,
Exactly.
when somebody's just like, well, we gotta, do the Netflix
Exactly.
and chill. Gotta do the Netflix and chill. And I haven't seen this as a
For a
good.
movie you can't really watch. That's what you're looking
But
for.
I can watch it. I
Put it on,
didn't
but not really
hate
watch
it.
it.
Hey, you know what
I
it
haven't
was?
seen it. I want to see it.
You know what it was though, because it's like they tried their hardest not to be like Guess Who with Bernie Mac and Ashton
Yeah.
Kutcher,
Yes.
and they didn't realize like, okay, what made that movie successful? And it was the subtleness of thing. Like Bernie Mac could have been an angry black guy, like you know what I mean. But
Could've
like,
been.
there's
Bernie
subtle
Mac.
stuff that's going back and forth that makes that movie like genius in a way, like because they know like you can't overdo it because that's just not real. But yeah,
Right.
Kenya Bears here, he just wanted to he was just extra with this movie.
He should have overdone it. You had a cast built to overdo it, to make it a comedy, not this rom-com. You know what I mean? It should have been a comedy, straight up. It's a rom-com at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a good watch. And yes, like you said, I don't know what I'd watch it again, but
You
at
ain't
the
never
same
watch
time,
that shit again. Come on.
I'll probably watch it again.
Come on, so you ain't watching that movie again.
I'm watching it again. I love anything Eddie Murphy ever does, except for The Adventures of Pluto Nash and 1,000 Words. He even said himself, I don't even
1,000 Words is cute. Come on, don't do that shit. He
Hey,
was
he said
raising
he
a
didn't
daughter.
like it.
Don't do that shit, man.
He didn't
He
like
was
it.
a girl dad. Don't do that. Don't
He
do
didn't
that.
like it. He didn't like it.
Don't do that. He
Don't
probably
blame
didn't like the cup, but don't do that. That little poor little girl. I think that was what's her name from Blackish when she was like 6. Like, don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
I'm
do
just saying. Just saying.
That was
He said,
Yaya's
not
her
me.
name. That was Yaya. Don't do that.
That's hilarious.
Don't do that.
I gotta watch it. What didn't pique my interest, honestly, was it doesn't seem believable. Lauren London and what's his name?
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. Where? Like ever. I don't see it. So to me, like that movie automatically doesn't seem realistic to me. She's
He's
like
funny.
a 10. He's like a 2. Like
He's funny.
He is funny.
He's
I mean-
hung like a horse, they say.
as a member of the pretty girl community, like we do love to laugh. We legit do. But I still don't see that happening. I don't see that
He said,
connection.
he ain't funny enough.
happening. He's not.
You gotta
You
be the
gotta
guy.
You gotta have a little more to
Damn.
it, you know, a little bit
That's
more
hilarious.
to make me believe it. But just knowing Lauren London and everything she's gone through, I guess that it was a good thing to kind of get her feedback wet, I guess, to get back out there a little bit. So I could see that something she doesn't take like 100% too serious, something like she can like, you know, like you're acting at the end of the day, but something to where it's out of the box for her, you know.
Getting the
So if you think
repetition
about-
still. Yeah.
Yeah,
get her
because who
reps up,
she's
get her
played
cuts.
in other movies with, I could
Yeah.
see it. I could see it. Her as Nunu and, you know, T.I., I could see that realistically being something. You know,
I
that makes
kind
sense.
of, this is kind of a little bit off topic, but it revolves around Lauren London. Do we think she's waited long enough? Can she move on?
For what? To
into another relationship and be with somebody.
Hey, that ain't my business. I don't know.
See,
Yeah,
that's the answer that a lot of people are giving. Some people are giving the answer, hell no, hold it down for bro. And then there's
Emotionally,
like,
it's probably hard for her. But honestly, I would feel like he would want her to still be happy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like if me and my man, like me and my husband, like something happened to me, God forbid, like I would want him to go be happy. He not gonna let anybody better than me, but go be happy. You know, I'm just saying, like it's just not. It don't work like that. You know, I know me, but I would want him to go be happy. Like take some time. Like if you 2 months down the road, I'm haunting both of y'all. Like don't play with me. You know, but 2 year, 3 year, 4. Go find somebody, please.
You gotta wait 3
Especially if you
years.
have children.
Hold on.
2, 3 years.
2, 3 years. 2, 3 years. You could date.
Golly.
Like you could date, mix and mingle, you know, whatever, unless we have children. If we have children, I don't want you just out there slinging it. You know, I want you to be very precise on what you're doing because I would want my children to have some type of maternal role in their life. Somebody of good importance. If we have children, if we ain't got children, go slow your oats until you find somebody that is worthy of you putting a ring on their finger or going that extra step and becoming serious. Now, do I think she out there living her life? Yes, I do.
Yeah, let her rock.
Yeah, have fun, do it.
Whatever she says to do, that's cool with me. That's what I say.
She did what she was supposed to do. She held it down, you know, she mourned and everything. So I feel like if she's ready, go out there and do it, girl.
And then my last sentiment on the movie: how they gonna try to pass Jonah Hill off as 35? I didn't like that.
It is roughly 35, yeah.
It looked 45.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The commercials I see, he looks 45.
Seriously. Let's slow it down there, buddy.
I have to watch this movie now. I want to see what it's like, and I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know what I think.
I fall in love with Jonah. You know.
Never.
Never. And lastly, Ice-T getting a star on Hollywood Walk of Fame. I mean, my man's been out like damn near 40, 50 years, damn near.
Ben had one.
He should have been had one.
He's everybody's OG.
Just off of New Jack City, he should have had one.
She might have one. Yeah, she probably does.
Because if she got one, he should have. He should have got his.
I think she does.
Sometimes she got hers.
Yeah,
I think she does.
They're doing the same damn thing. Damn it! They both been on the damn show 27 years.
I would never compare it to her as far as when it comes to stars. Like he should have been had one just off of stuff he did before he even got to that. He should have had one.
He's been playing the police since he said fuck the police. So
hello.
I mean, and then he turned into a pimp, and I thought that was weird. It's like he went from this hardcore gangster rapper, possibly from a Crip set in LA, to a hardcore headbanging stone metal rock star. Then he went to playing the cops for the rest of his life. And somewhere in between, he became a pimp. Okay.
She got hers back in 2010.
Oh, what the fuck?
No, 2013.
He still should have been had his.
He should have had
He
it.
still should have been had his. He's done more stuff acting than she's done acting, and you know what I mean?
He's done more stuff life.
Yeah, his contributions in music, like you said, and film and television. I don't think people realize though, like just how dangerous Ice-T was back then. Like what it seemed like when you got the vice president of the United States of America saying how bad you are because your lyrics and all that. Like that's crazy. Like this dude, he was one of the scariest dudes for me when I was little because like he just always looked menacing, and I knew he was always being talked about. Like to now where he's this like lovable detective on TV. That you know, everybody's like, you know, grandmother knows. Like it's like, all right, it's Ice-T.
He do Cheerios commercials now. He should have been had a star.
And like you said, he put it in perspective because he was like, Yeah, I remember when I used to get arrested in like West Hollywood. Now I got a star on West Hollywood. You know, so man,
It came full circle.
yeah,
full circle. Yeah, I mean, hey, congrats to him though, man. That's what you call, success, changing for the better. Even though he probably hasn't changed internally at all.
He's gotten better, I believe.
He's a father now.
That's the OG.
Well, he's another father now to a young little girl. So I think his impact, his outlook is probably a little bit different too. Coco been around for years.
She's just a weirdo. She was breastfeeding that child till she was 6 years old.
That part is weird. I still love you, Coco, but that part is definitely weird.
I'm saying
not okay.
It's not okay. Game like after a year and a half, I want my titties back. Get out of here, kid. Give me my titties back.
Hey.
You'll never get them back.
Can't be out here sans titty out here. Come on now.
Like 2 years is solid. But no, I think it's amazing that he's finally getting the star. It's long overdue, but I think it's amazing that he is getting it for sure.
Yeah.
Straight up. Word up. So what was that? That was the last headline?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Word up. What we trying to do? We trying to do this or that?
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it. I got this one. All right, folks, I'm moving into the this and that. So here we go with Theo. We're gonna go with the reveal your tax returns or reveal your search history. Let's start with ladies first.
Listen, I'm gonna reveal. Like I don't people like in my business like that, but I feel like my tax returns, like I got a good, nice income, so I don't really care. I can see that. But honestly, I would probably get the most kick out of people seeing my search history. Like I probably go into jail though, because I be searching some stuff. Like if you go far enough back in my search history, you will see me looking up like levels and the degrees of murder.
Oh, I thought you was about to give up something weird. Like,
no, levels and degrees of murder. That's kind of weird, I definitely have searched that before. I wanted to know the difference because I be watching First 40. I got some context to that. This is why I was searching like the levels of murder. I wasn't trying to commit one. I just needed to know like why did this person get 25 years? Why this person get 13? Why they get 7? So I had to start learning this to watch the show and fully understand a lot of stuff with it. I probably searched some pretty weird stuff though in my time frame of search history.
Making midget chasing a Brazilian stripper.
Nah, but I have searched up like blue waffles or something like that.
Oh no!
Like I had to know what it was. I had to know what it was.
I need to know what that is. Oh, God.
I did.
I'm flashbacking. God, no.
When I see stuff online, like on TikTok and stuff, and the comments don't tell me what I need to know, I have to now go see it. Like I have to understand. I try not to be. Right. I'm hoping that somebody has slipped in the comments and said something and I can catch it before it gets deleted. That's what I'm hoping for. But when that doesn't happen, I scroll through comments. Now I gotta just go look it up because I'm tired of all this now. Like I just really want to know what it was about.
Look, I'm from the wild west of the internet, okay? Back when there were stagecoaches that used to take you to your internet destination, okay? We've seen some shit out here in these streets, Jack. And people who are watching, I beg you, do not go look up Blue Waffle. It's not worth it. You're going to be disappointed, disgusted, and probably a little bit depressed. I can just see it in my head now, and I hate it.
You gotta look up
Which is why I'll just reveal my tax return. It don't mean like you're gonna see, okay, he's still out here broke. Okay. You know what I mean? It's all you're gonna say, broke ass nigga, and move on. I can take that. But I'm from the wild west of the internet, man. Back when I'm talking rotten.com days. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like, exactly. Yeah.
You can see my I ain't got nothing in there.
We seen some shit. Y'all over here, 2 girls, 1 cup. That's all you got. Come on, man. Go harder than that.
Please don't. No, please don't. Because I didn't have to watch that to realize I didn't want to watch that or search that. It just didn't sound realistic. Like initially, 2 girls, 1 cup. Like, why are you drinking the same cup? That's what I thought. Just not even know what it was. Like, why are you drinking the same cup? Get a straw. Like, get separate cups. Like, I'm confused. But then when it became more of what it was, I was like, I don't think I want to see that. I don't want to see it. But blue waffles sounded like some like raspberry flavoring inside of some waffle. That's what I thought. So I was like, they all making it seem like it's super bad. Like, probably some food colored waffles. And
haven't seen that in many.
I search stuff. So I'm gonna say y'all can see my search history. I don't care.
I don't want to see my search history
You'll
just
learn
because
something.
of curiosity. You don't want to learn. Marlon?
It's gonna be easy. I'd rather they see tax returns. Like, what the fuck I got? I got shit. Like, what the fuck? All right.
So now I'm curious what y'all be searching.
Well, the way my brain is, like, I'll get lost in like something, like and fall in a wormhole, and I'm reading different articles or looking at videos, and some will say, like, ask a question like, oh, how does one become like a toe sniffer or something? Something crazy, because like I read, like, like the guy, he was an infamous toe sniffer. Like, how does one go about doing that? Like, how do you fall in that? And so if I die and that's the last thing on my shit, you're gonna be thinking like,
you don't think he was toe sniffing.
He loves sniffing them damn toes. Like, no, nigga, I was just trying to ask the one question. I wanted to research. Shit. So like,
you like toes. Okay.
Nah, I'm just curious like that, like where it'll be like, I'll see something and then I'm like, oh, the follow-up, like, wait, hold up, what's this and this? Like,
that's
so I mean, I got some crazy shit in there. You know what I mean? So like, the last thing you see on my shit ain't necessarily some shit I'm into, but like, it might have been like, oh shit, we'll
never know. We'll never know. We'll just be like, I did not think this about this person. Like, it will open you up to be like, oh, he was actually deeper than I thought.
You like, damn, that nigga was into that.
He was like different things. I was like that.
Nah,
it's gonna spark more of a conversation if I'm dead. If y'all look at my search history, then my talk about me.
Like, nah, we can't bury this nigga yet. She got some
stuff we need to know about.
Hold on, wake up. Get up and explain this.
Yep, I will.
All right, moving on. Add peanut butter to every meal or add relish to every meal. So every meal you have, you got to add peanut butter to it or relish.
Didn't I tell you to veto that? We not doing neither. That sounds disgusting. Both of those. The only thing that peanut butter for me is going on is peanut butter and jelly, okay? And relish ain't going on nothing of mine. Veto. Negative.
So you don't like relish?
No, I don't like relish.
What's wrong with relish?
I don't like relish. I like pickles, but I don't like relish.
But it's the same shit.
No.
It's diced up.
That's just like, I like ketchup, but I don't really like tomatoes.
I feel that.
Don't judge me.
Raw tomatoes are trash.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it.
Like a tomato slice on your sandwich or your burger or something, that's trash.
Oh, my burger's fire, but I don't like it on my tacos. Like, I don't want them diced up. I don't want it on the salad. Like, no.
That's some healthy white folks.
Give you that bad lettuce. Like, bitch, I know y'all got some good lettuce back there. Why you giving a messed up mangy look at me? I'm real picky with my lettuce and tomato on shit.
Yes,
like, let me see this, man.
Gotta have that butter lettuce.
Don't give me that butter lettuce.
The spring
I
mix.
need iceberg, man.
No, iceberg, nah, it's water.
I love iceberg lettuce.
Nah,
yeah,
I like iceberg lettuce.
Spring mix is fire.
I mean, it's cool, but I'd rather do the spring mix.
Yes, same.
I like iceberg lettuce. I'm a man. To me,
you like eating water, then that's all it is.
Okay, it has the same nutritional value as a snowball, so.
No, it's not.
That's exactly what iceberg lettuce is.
Listen, no, we will not. I'm not doing either. Because peanut butter on everything is disgusting. Like, name one.
Have you had peanut butter on a burger?
Why would I do that?
They serve it. They serve it.
Who serves that?
There are certain restaurants out there, you can look them up.
You tried it?
And they serve. I've tried it.
What does it taste like? Trash.
Peanut butter on a burger.
That sounds disgusting.
No, I'm just saying, you taste the peanut butter.
The most outlandish thing I'm getting on a burger is an egg. That's
I don't even
fire.
like eggs.
That's your problem, right? That's why you like peanut butter on burgers too, because you're a little off. You're a little off there, because no.
That's
Name
the person
something
with
else.
those
Peanut
weird
butter.
old search history. Anywho.
Search it. I'm gonna search right now. What can you put peanut butter on? Give me something else.
A peanut butter, banana, and bacon sandwich, aka the Elvis.
Not with bacon.
You ain't
First of
see?
all,
Look at
I've
you.
never
You're
even done
closed-minded,
the
sister.
banana.
You're closed-minded, my sister. You need to
too
diversify
open-minded. That's
and
disgusting.
expand yourself. Okay?
That's
You're living in
disgusting.
this closed world. Getting
Close
stuck in
it.
the face.
Close it, because I'm not doing that. That's disgusting.
Just saying. Just saying. I'd probably put peanut butter on everything because relish only goes on like sausages. Maybe a burger, depending on. But yeah. You eat Big Macs, don't it? Your ass be
It
eating
ain't
the hell
got
out
no
of some
peanut
fries.
butter on it.
It got relish in it.
So I tell them to take the sauce off.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Half the time.
You're a liar.
Half the time I do.
Half the time. Oh, she can look in your face and lie so good. Look at that.
Half the
Didn't even
time.
blink. Didn't even blink.
Yes,
God
I
damn.
did.
Mr. Coco, you in trouble, Jack.
Don't say that. Don't you say that, okay? That man is A-okay, okay?
She gonna look at you right in your face. No, I did not spend the money on my new.
Only half of it. Only half.
Ah, damn. Marlon, tiebreaker this, please. Well, actually, just make a decision because she said neither.
Because
So
I said neither. That's disgusting.
she just gonna be hungry.
I'm gonna go relish because you can put relish on everything. You can't really put peanut butter on everything and make it taste good. For breakfast, you could have like grits, eggs. You know, like it won't affect
Peanut
too
butter
much.
and grits.
No.
That's
I
not
almost
grits.
clicked in.
It's
That's
sweet
disgusting.
grits. Now look at here. I am
No.
team savory grits. But if I gotta put peanut butter on something in the meal, I'm doing it on the thing that looks like it can go either way, with the sweet or the savory. And the
No.
grits with the peanut
I'd rather
butter.
do peanut butter on toast. If anything,
That's good
you
too.
weirdo.
Can you
Like-
put peanut butter on broccoli? Are you about to do that?
You do it on celery, why not broccoli?
Celery's
Do
different.
people eat it on broccoli? Right
I
now.
haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Doesn't
Exactly,
mean it doesn't exist.
motherfucker. Like,
That's
let's go.
no,
You
that's
gonna be
a
cute
unknown
about it.
unknown.
You gonna eat peanut butter and corn?
Yes.
Peanut butter and corn. All right. You full of shit.
I'll try it.
No, we have to do an
I'll
eating
try it.
episode. An eating
gonna
episode.
do
We're gonna
relish and
remember this
corn?
moment right here. We're gonna
You gonna
make
do
you eat
relish and
some
corn?
corn, and
It
that
wouldn't
sound more
affect it
appeasing.
that much. Like, if you really think about it, it's not gonna really throw off corn. It's gonna be a little
Peanut
sweeter,
butter's not
probably.
gonna throw off corn. It's like sweet popcorn.
No.
Like kettle corn, just
Okay, I want you to
Nah.
get a can of
You
corn,
know what the sound is.
throw
got
in
that.
2
And I got some
tablespoons of
popcorn.
peanut butter,
I mean
eat that shit,
some peanut butter.
and then get back
Go
to
get
it. Like,
Yeah,
I got you. I got you. I'm brave. I'll do it. But I
On
won't eat
camera.
seafood or eggs.
on
On
camera.
camera.
I want
nah,
to
he
see
ain't gotta
this.
do it on camera. We'll get back to
No,
this.
I want camera. I want to see this. I want to see if it actually go in and go down, because I don't believe none of this.
No, we don't worry. We gonna have our time.
We have a
We
mukbang.
gonna
What's it
check
called? A
in next week.
mukbang?
We gonna get back to him when he does this shit.
Is it called
Park
a
Aquatics,
mukbang or
huh?
mukbang? What's it called? in the food?
Mukbang.
We're gonna have a mukbang,
Barney.
and I want to see him try this.
It sounds all right to me. Corn and peanut butter. Now, if I spit it out, I spit it out. Just because I haven't tried it, don't mean
Nope.
I mean it's gonna be good. I
You
might
That's the
chose
whole
it.
point.
You chose it. You stick
That's
with
the
it.
whole point. Like, peanut butter doesn't
I'm-
go with everything.
Relish, you'll put the relish on the corn, relish on the broccoli.
Yeah,
like
how's
relish and
relish gonna
succotash.
mess up, ruin
You
broccoli?
gonna put relish on the steak.
Yeah, how's it gonna ruin it?
How's it gonna enhance it?
Make
It's
a
not
good
gonna ruin
marinade,
it.
isn't
Peanut butter on the steak is gonna ruin it.
I don't feel like you guys are adding I think you guys are throwing a whole jar of peanut butter on there or something. Just put a
I'm
thin
not
layer.
putting
and
a
be cool.
slither of it on there.
Why would you want to put a thin layer of peanut butter on your steak?
Sweeten it up, baby.
No,
Sweet
nigga.
meat.
No.
Like, you're full of it. Let's be real.
No.
What are you talking about? Like, you ain't never had sweet meat?
Let's be real. Like, come on, man. I'm just saying.
He's lying.
Fuck it. I'm always in the minority. That's cool. I don't mind. Moving on. Raggedy motherfuckers.
Move on.
Live undercover as a different race for a year or as a different gender. Marlon, let's go with you first, brother.
Oh, I'm gonna be like a white or a Chinese man for a year. Probably white man. This is like, I want to be invisible when I, like, let's be real. I don't think I would want to male attention like either. Like, let's be real. Like,
hey, you goddamn right, sir.
It ain't
goddamn right. A whole year as a woman with all them thirsty Negroes out there.
Who said y'all gonna be a pretty woman though? Are you choosing to be a pretty woman or ugly woman? Would you rather be a pretty woman or ugly woman?
Yeah. Let me be ugly. Shit.
But then you don't even get. What's the point? You don't have the earning power anymore. You got to sell feet pics and hope your feet is pretty.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna be a lesbian. Shit.
You gonna be stud?
I'm gonna be a stud for real.
You gonna be out there to bull dagger?
You best believe. Shit.
Nah, but I'd change my race. I'd probably go be white or Asian, like Marlon said, and try to come up in the society, and then take my disguise off and like, gotcha, bitch, I'm a nigga, and run off.
Rachel Dolezal, I want to live some dreams too. Live out some.
Y'all invited me to the hibachi. Y'all invited me to the picnic. Because they don't have stores. We got the cookout, the barbecue. White folk got the picnic. The jamboree, if you will.
The jamboree. All right.
Hey.
I want an 800 credit score. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like,
get some respect everywhere I go. Talk to the cops any kind of way I want to. You are a disturbance in my day, sir. What is this all about? And get away with that shit. You're disturbing me. I will not roll the window all the way down. You can hear me. And get away with that shit.
You shot through the window. Why not?
No, I've seen it. White people can put a note. They don't even talk to the police. They put a note in the window with some statues.
I got COVID. All you gotta say is I got COVID.
That or like you do not need to see anything. I'm presenting you everything. You don't need to talk.
Oh no, they arrest you for that still now.
No, the man in Florida got away with it. It was an older white man.
You in Cali.
I'm just saying. He got away with it. Goddamn lucky son bitch.
I'm gonna say, make me nigga. I think I would flourish as a man. I'm just saying. I really feel like I would. Like,
first 24 hours, what you doing?
You have no idea.
Banging bitches.
Takes longer
she
than
has no idea. It takes you the headaches you got to put up with.
I would want to go to. I'm going to lingerie stores. I'm going to strip clubs. I am. Because listen, a man in a strip club.
What niggas do you think you be running into out here?
Because listen, think about this though. A man in the strip club gets more interactions than a woman in the strip club. Strippers are intimidated by women in strip clubs. So I want to go to the strip club. I want to get put up on stage and have something strange for a little bit of change happen to me on the stage. Like, I think that would be
gay. Just say that.
Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all my business. There's that.
That's not what's happening at the strip club.
I want to get more respect. And I feel like in some cases, men get more respect than women get, especially in the workplace. Like they they're like, she's pretty, she's probably stupid. Like I could be very assertive as a woman in the workplace and she's a bitch. As a man, he a boss. He coming in, about to take up the game. Like I'd rather be that than be a woman and automatically get written off because she's a pretty face.
Yeah,
so
I can definitely see that.
Let me be a man. Let me flourish, and then I don't know. I feel like it also be humbling to be a man too, Like
Yeah.
y'all
When you
got a
think you're gonna go to
hard
this here strip
when it
club and get all
comes.
these bitches, you're gonna be
I
sitting there with
am.
$35 in your
I
hand and
am.
no bitches.
First of all, I got good credit. I got nice money. I'm throwing them. Okay, we making a rain,
Not
throwing
when
them in
you a
the
nigga.
air, everything. We about to
You
see
gotta
them
remember.
popping in the air, clap them legs, like do. We about to see stuff. Okay, listen,
No.
but
And she gonna
what
be like, thank you,
I
take
feel
your
like I'd get
$60 and
scared to
move
get
on.
turned down as a man though, because
Oh, that's
this
just part of
face
the game,
card
baby.
never gets rejected. But as a man, I
It's a
don't
numbers
know.
game for us. Shit.
Like I don't know. It's. I would love to see how I would handle myself as a man. I think I'd be amazing at it, but I also feel like you guys also have a lot of trials and tribulations that I think would be empowering to overcome and to endure. So I'm gonna say a guy. Make me a guy.
Fast forward 1 year later, right before she
Because
turns around to back to a
women get
woman.
treated worse in like other races also. Like you have to go tell me to cover up and put something over my head. That's not happening.
All right, that's true too.
You have to tell me I can't walk out the door without a man with me. You have to tell me my job is to make sure food's on the plate and it's hot, and you throw it at me when it's still if it's room temperature. I'll be damned, because you're about to die. Like I'm not doing it, you know.
Damn,
You
just go
cannot
at them
do
people,
this.
huh?
Like my son can't be the reason, the only way I can get out the house. Like what? You're kidding. Like no. So I think women definitely get treated far worse in other races. As a Black woman, we do get treated bad, but y'all expect us to snap back. Like y'all expect it not to go down so easily. So, if anything, I'm just change my gender.
Fast forward a year later, she gonna have a swole right arm, no money, and depression.
Lies. I'm gonna be as flourishy as I am right now. You hater. You're a hater.
She gonna be an incel. These damn bitches won't let me
in. It's levels to this. I don't think a year is enough for you to.
I think I could do it. I could do
it. You might fuck around and get lucky once or twice in that year, but you know.
If my level of cuteness matches my level of cuteness as a man,
nah, you gonna be an average looking nigga. You have to make it do.
You gonna have ashy lips, a receding hairline.
Listen, no.
It is what it is.
Listen, I'm not doing that. I'm not about to switch.
Ugly woman.
I'm gonna be a pretty man, okay?
No, you can't be pretty. You gotta be average.
Why I gotta be average? Okay.
Pretty niggas get punked all the time, quote unquote. Pretty niggas get punked all the time. No.
I could be Jonas Hill pulling a Lauren London. I'll be average. I'm fine.
Be average. Be Jonah Hill, and let's see how you do without no money. Like, let's say, I mean, you make money, but you ain't making Jonah Hill money. Listen,
like, why I gotta be broke though?
I'm not saying you gotta be broke. You be making the same money, but you ain't making Jonah Hill money. But you look like Jonah Hill. Just an average looking nigga.
I'll be average, okay. Because as a woman, I know what it takes to get a woman, so that's cool.
No, you don't understand.
Is it a cold world out there? Like, is that cold?
Man, you need a blanket, heating pad. You know what I'm saying? Footies, all that shit.
I don't have that problem as a woman.
I'm saying,
I can't tell you the tribulations of being.
She thinks she coming in as sugar free. You know what I mean? Just gonna have all the answers. It's not going down. It's not going down.
Dancing, singing, serenading, making people laugh, being mama's favorites, grandma's love me type. I'm gonna do it.
Look at this goofy nigga dancing.
So you're describing me? I don't dance, but I do all that.
No, I'm saying that's what they be saying. That's what we check out. Look at tall dude just there. Like he talking about people in the group chat and shit. Like, come on, be real.
She trying to build a nigga in her head that she gonna be, and that's just how it's gonna be.
Yes, it's gonna be that.
And then she forgot the most deciding factor. You black. You're gonna be a black boy out here.
Oh, that's okay.
It's not all sunshines and rainbows.
It ain't, but I'm gonna avoid the cops at all costs.
You think that's all you gonna do?
I think I could do it.
More power to you, sis.
I can do it.
All right, moving on. We got delayed flight for 18 hours, or when you get to your destination, your luggage is lost, which is more annoying. or which is worse?
Which is worse, or which would I choose?
If you had to go through one and like it's gonna happen. One of these is gonna happen. Which one would you rather it be? Now, let's say you're not in your home city, you're not even in your home state, you're somewhere else for 18 hours on a delayed flight. Maybe you even on the plane already.
Okay. You want me to go first with this one?
Yeah, go for it.
I used to work in the airline industry. So the reason I'm gonna choose is to kind of know how the patterns of this go. I would rather be somewhere not my hometown and my luggage comes missing, because they give you daily stipends to spend of your money. I'm going shopping and I'm running that bill up, and y'all are paying me back. And then when I get my clothes back, my bag coming back gonna be twice as heavy, and it better be waived. So I'm gonna choose that. I
did not know that.
Like, yes, they give you that. They give you like toiletries and everything too. So whatever you missing, you can kind of get it replaced. Now, if it's for, it depends on what it's for also. If it's for a wedding and I'm getting married and my dress is in there, somebody getting blown up at the airport. It's not about to happen. But if it's just like vacation, whatever, maybe I'm somewhere, maybe I went to Miami and it's hot. All I gotta do is go buy bikinis anyway, and maybe a pair of pants and some high heels, and I can make 4 outfits out of that right there. A daytime, a breakfast, put a trick t-shirt on with the pants, wear the whole bikini out, and like some jeans and some heels on that night with the bikini top. I can make an outfit with that. I can make it work. I can make it do what it do. So I feel like that would be more creative, and I'd be able to still kind of enjoy my trip versus being stuck. You can't go nowhere. Like, they may give you a hotel overnight, but if it's delayed and delayed and delayed, you're still expected to be at the airport, depending on how long that delay is.
Yeah.
Because at any given time, that could change.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of stuck in that spot. So I'd rather just mind my luggage and be able to, have fun and go shopping and stuff than being stuck.
I didn't know they pay your ass back for that, so I'm picking that. Fuck that.
A little context, but yes, I used to work in the airport, so I know that.
You know what?
Now, question: Do they have a limit on, like, let's say you lose your luggage, then they say, well, what was in there? You say, oh, all my outfits, da 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 da, and I'm like, my shit is like Balmain or Givenchy or some shit. Are they going to replace it at that price?
Different airlines have different prices. For the most part, you're probably like 150 a day, depending on how long it's gone. Yeah.
Damn, Balmain
you probably have to
shirt
go buy like an outfit a day type of thing, depending on how long it's gone.
That Balmain shirt is $80 up and up.
Well, you better go get some Wrangler jeans from Walmart and call it a day with your $80 shirt.
Pretty much.
There you go.
Now here looking like goddamn Brett Favre.
Listen, you can make it work.
Tim McGraw ass cheeks. I don't want that.
And it may just be for like a day or something, because chances are it'll get put like on the next flight and come to you the next day or something.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So I'd rather do that than be stuck all day.
Okay.
That's the thing that
Marlon,
I hear you, and I do agree that is the better deal, but I don't want to lose my shit because it's just a hassle. Even with all that shit coming your way, that's nice. That's just a hassle. Having to wait for your stuff. You know what I mean? Like, the 18 hours sucks, but at least when the 18 hours is done, it's done. The bag, it could take a little longer. You talking days. It sounds like it could potentially come in the weeks, maybe, depending on the conditions. Like I'm not trying to go through all that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Like, it's cool, but it's like, I don't have the patience for it. And it would annoy the hell out of me. So I'm gonna go.
If your trip was only scheduled for 2 days and you missed one whole day of that, you got 1 day to go and come right back.
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna be without everything. You know what I mean? While you're there, like, I get it. It's already gonna like be an inconvenience. Yeah. So it's not gonna make it up for me, really.
Might as well just not go at that point.
Fact.
Yeah.
If it's only 2 days, it's like, give me a refund, right?
Yeah, 2 days.
Isn't it after a certain amount of time, like they have to give you a refund to your plane ticket?
No, you can reschedule or you can refund. You get options.
Okay.
Depending on what it's 4, they may cover you to go get another plane ticket. If it's
As in, like with another airline who's moving.
Yeah, that's only if they have like partnerships with other airlines too, and they're allowed to do so. But if it's like delayed or canceled, if it's like delayed for weather, you don't get nothing to that. You may get a meal voucher, but then that's kind of it, you know.
Yeah.
If it's because of like something mechanical, like the plane is like physically broke or something like that, that's controllable, then they kind of have to like take care of you with that.
I see. Word up, word up, word up. So I guess we all have her. I did not know that, because now I'm gonna be sitting there. Come on, delay my flight, lose my luggage. I dare you. I'm on your ass.
The best thing to do is if a flight is oversold, though, give up your seat. Only at the very end when they have not. I had a person one time who legit was going off because we didn't have no more seats for the plane, and I'm like, bro, like, look, if you can't get on this plane, like, we have to pay you. I think it was like 4 something times what his ticket cost. Right. And I'm like, just chill. You only paid $100 for your ticket. At this point, we're going up to like, I think it was like 5 times whatever you paid for your ticket you was getting back, because his plane was like so many hours rescheduled later. And I was like, that means you about to get $500. Like, you paid $100 for your flight. You about to get $500. He was like, yo, you put me on. I was like, yes. Like, there's a lot of different things that come into it. So I would be okay with delaying me for that. But if it's not for that, lose my luggage. Let me go buy some more stuff. I like shopping anyway.
I heard that when they oversell the tickets and they don't pay you out, there was some airline going to some very, very popular destination. They're paying like 10 G's for people to get to their flight.
They will. Yeah, they will.
I was like, shit, let me go ahead and raise up, man.
So if say the flight is like 2 seats over and everybody checks in, you cannot kick them off now. Now you have to get somebody to give that up, you know, or figure out something. So if they're like, yo, we'll pay $100, nobody said nothing, all right, we'll pay 2, nobody said 3. Like, you have to keep going until you get somebody to be like, all right, yeah. And then say if you the one person that agreed to get 200, right? And they still need one other seat, and the next person don't say yeah until they at 1,000, you also get the 1,000. You know, it's just because you said I want 2. They can't do
you dirty like that.
You still get the 1,000. Yep. So whatever the highest one you have to sell, you got to get that one too.
Shit. Let me get on the oversold flight. I'll be sitting there.
Airlines ain't that bad. They are, but they
come
not.
on. Bring it up. You're almost there, brother. You're almost there.
In
bring that money
they'll
up.
be like, yo, you ain't even got a bargain. Like, give me 400, I'll do it. And if that person agrees to 400, then you add 400 for that person, even without having a bargain. But now you have to go from 400 higher when you start bargaining. Like, you can't agree to 400. This person will be like, well, 100, 200. You got to start at 4, go 5, 6, 7. And then if they get somebody, that person that volunteered for that 4, get whatever the other person. It's like different tricks to the game for sure. I will say that.
And then let's say you get 2,000. I'm gonna take that 2,000 and go run to the other airline. Be like, hey, yo, I need the same day ticket.
Facts. Because you could be like on a flight that got canceled and you pay like $600 for it, and you could come across a Spirit or a Frontier, and that flight like $80 same day, you own it. Get a refund for another flight, use it for that.
They scare me. Spirit and Frontier scare me. I'm sorry.
They should. I worked for Frontier. They should. They should definitely scare you.
Definitely feel like we on there.
Soul Plane? Soul Plane for real. For real.
Yeah, like buckle your seatbelt. You know, my man to my right, hold my hand out. That's our seatbelt.
Make sure your backpack ain't bigger than a backpack, or it ain't going. They have sizers for stuff.
That's ridiculous.
You're not getting no water, none of that for free. It just ain't happening. You're paying for it all.
I gotta get on a flight at the end of this month to Peoria, Arizona, and I forget. I think it's Frontier. I hope you book the exit row or like front row, because you ain't gonna have much space on them seats. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't like it. I know how tall you is. You gonna be sitting with your back against the seat and your knees against the seat in front of you the whole. Don't tell me these things. I don't want to deal with that. I hate it.
Buy your ticket well. Buy your seats and your bags well in advance. Do not wait till you get to the airport to do that.
I better buy my bags tonight then.
Buy them immediately. It's probably like 30,
It's
30
not
to
bad.
45 now here, but at the airport, it's probably gonna be like 60.
No, I just
Buy it.
like all I need is like one bag. Going to watch spring training. I just need to bring socks, drawers, couple outfits, and I'm good. We ain't going clubbing or nothing.
Pay for it ahead of time. I will tell you that. And for
Mm,
that one, make sure you don't put no valuables in it because they is good for leaving a bag off or missing a
mm,
bag or rerouting a bag. Listen, I tell you
mm.
what I know. I tell you what I know.
Lord have mercy.
I used to help run the San Diego station. I tell you what I know.
Goddamn Chris Payne. What you got me into, bro? Why couldn't we just drive? It's only to Arizona. Could have made that happen, but it's only a 45-minute flight, so I hope.
You have some knee
I
pads for
hope.
45 minutes. Get some knee cushions and everything because telling you,
Lord, I don't want to hear that
not,
shit.
could not.
All right, y'all. And then lastly, produce a movie or produce an album. This one's tough for me because I feel like either one that I do, I'm gonna produce something iconic. Like it's gonna be
Yeah,
hitting you like Friday, or it's gonna be hitting you like The Chronic. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's gonna be around for a while. So it's kind of hard. Do I want my music to be more remembered, or do I want my movie to be more remembered? And we all remember Friday, and we all remember The Chronic in some way, shape, or form.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it really is.
I think I'd probably do the movie. Um,
Yeah.
music is just when there's a lot of music lovers still out there. It's just not the same experience. Where movies are still like probably the more popular form of like media entertainment or whatever.
True.
So yeah, and I'm plus I'm like just like I think everybody has a book in them. I think everybody potentially has a film in them, to showcase something that they thought, either it's themselves or a situation outside of themselves. But yeah, I think I definitely picked the movie.
I was picking the movie because I feel like I'm more of an actor, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I know if I'm producing a film, I'm going to be in the film on some
Mm-hmm.
Tarantino shit. You know what I mean? So, and if it was an album, yeah, I'd probably have some vocals on it in some way, shape, or form. But people may not recognize it's me on the movie. They gonna know it's me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm picking the movie.
I think I'm gonna go movie also because
Hey, amigo.
I agree. I agree with what both of you guys are saying. On Marlon's aspect, the genre of music has like changed so drastically, like in different eras of life. Like at one point, hardcore was more. Then at another point, R&B was more. Then maybe jazz was. Now you got these mumble rapping that's like popular and twerking.
Mm-hmm.
People don't really look as like R&B and stuff like that because that's what most likely I would make. If I did an album, so it's not looked at the same years later. You have a whole different genre of people. Whereas comedy, people gonna love comedy. People gonna love romance. People are gonna love action. Like those are things that just aren't really gonna change up as far as like the dynamic of who's going to listen to it years down the road. We're still watching those timeless movies. Temptations is still one of my favorite movies. And how many years later,
Right?
It's still going to become something that's a
Temptations
classic.
forever.
So that, yes, I think that.
Damn,
and then
Paul.
also, I think I'd be a good actress. Like, I think I'm hilarious. I think I'm very versatile. Listen, I know a lot of quotes from a lot of movies. I can do a lot of scenarios right now. So I think the acting would be the better one. So I'm gonna go with a movie. Also, I think it'll be more timeless.
There you go.
Titanic is back in theaters. Come on, like.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be.
Was anybody a fan of that movie?
I was.
I'm indifferent about it.
It's too long, but I love it.
It is long as hell. I mean, plus it's when it's like everybody's like looking at stuff. Like I don't necessarily like those particular things. Kind of like the things that are like less known. I mean, I like to see people, blow up, but I guess I just like to travel my own path with certain things, like, and not go to mainstream path and like everything the mainstream says to like.
So you watch a movie on BET? Or you want it in
I ain't watching no Tubies, like, or BET, like, don't get like that. I ain't saying all that. All right, come on now, don't do me like that.
Billy got his motherfucking nerve, boy.
Don't do that.
Network. I'll tell you that much. They got their motherfucking nerve, boy. They can put on anything. Shit. Oh my God. I think I seen somebody's Snapchat story on there.
So I think all our movies could be mainstream. Like let's agree with that. We all doing movies and they're gonna be mainstream and they're gonna be timeless. Let's do it.
New Line Cinema is coming to get me.
I might not try to do a mainstream. That's the thing though. See, that's what I mean. Like, I'm gonna go out of my way trying not to do a mainstream movie.
But if it's popular, it's gonna become like it's gonna be a hit.
He gonna make his shit on the Bad Boys Club Network.
On Zeus Network.
There you go. This movie gonna be playing at the same time they play Baby Boy on BET.
It's going straight to DVD.
Paper Soldiers 2. Like what?
You would not. No.
Oh, state prop over here.
It's gonna be a hit. It's gotta be.
Hey, Marlon about to make state prop 3 the release. Shit. Well, shit. I think that's it, y'all, huh?
That's it.
Yeah. Fucking love y'all. To the viewers, we love y'all too. Thank y'all for rocking with us. It's been a blast as usual. This is what episode 44?
44?
Yeah.
44. Hey, fofos. You know what I mean? Mike Jones, there was something for it. I just didn't have it. I just didn't have it in me in that moment. But yeah, appreciate y'all as usual rocking with us. It's been your boy Just Lando. It's the Park Aquatics with my main peoples, my co-hosts.
I'm high.
Hey.
I miss Coco, aka future Mrs. Coco, but that's it.
Okay.
Got a good month up left in there.
I'm married now. Getting married on April Fools, y'all.
You alive. Ironically, that was our very first date, though. Ironically.
It was gonna be a prank. Y'all just trying to get the wedding.
He wasn't even sure if she was gonna go.
I really wasn't sure at first, but then I was like, I'm gonna go, and I'm happy I did. Forever happy I did.
Whatever.
All right, y'all. Shit.
And with that said, Mr. Marlon, take us home, G.
Guys, the war on drugs, and presently in the Midwest, the war on meth and fentanyl has gotten really, really serious. Please keep fighting. Make America a drug-free America.
I'm not going out like that. I don't think we should do that.
Like the sitcoms where it'd be like a serious topic, and at the end they'd be like, "Hey guys, bullying in school is an epidemic around the country." Like, it's like, nigga, what's this?
Just say no. What's so hard about that?
We're gonna end this saying this. All right, Black History Month. We in there.
Black History.
Let's celebrate all the amazing people that do not get enough credit these days. Everyone that's helped make America what it is, the world what it is, different things that we take for granted every day. Hot combs, street lights, washing machines, medications, like so many different things. Big ups to all of us all of the people that have helped us get to where we are. Civil rights people, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Martin King Jr., Malcolm X, everybody. Thank y'all for being.
Salute to God. Just notice this too. It is Black History Month. I'm wearing the green, Marlon rocking the red, Crystal wearing the black. Salute.
Salute, yeah.
Salute. You know what I'm saying? And with that, y'all, we good.
Bye.